Yeah, drown out my problems, let me. When I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Can Khalil Mack get his revenge? It's the coach. This is the...
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Chicago Bears and the Oakland Raiders. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Hey, here I come. Here I come.
This is Jalen Richard, the fourth-year man from Southern Miss. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Get in the weight room. Back.
This is Richard. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And the offensive starters here for the Raiders.
And there's offensive tackle Trent Brown, signed away from New England in the offseason on a 4-year, $66 million deal to protect his new quarterback in Oakland, Derek Carr. No stranger to the Bay Area. First 3 years in the league, but with San Francisco as a 49er, he can play left or right tackle.
From the 39, Carr. This will be caught by Brown. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
185. Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball? Check.
They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs.
There we go.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the others, you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On second down, Richard. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Carr. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Bears under second-year coach Matt Nagy. Leading them out at QB is the former North Carolina Tar Heel, Mitchell Trubisky. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 20. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 29, Trubisky, and the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
You better break. I'm letting you know right now, you better break. Kill. Alert. Switch.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Strip that ball. Hey, check right. Watch it, 5. Cover.
Trubisky will throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch that in. Tight end right.
Back to the air. Trubisky after the pick 6. Robinson's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Let's go.
That one goes for 24 yards. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before. Because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them. And that's what he's trying to do here.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the run.
On the ground with a rookie from Iowa State, David Montgomery. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
He was brought down by Carl Joseph. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Ringo.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Watch a slap. Watch a slap.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
All that, it only nets him a yard. It's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't
On second and 9, Trubisky. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Shane Ray. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
You can't stop me.
Start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Mike, check, 59. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 59. 18. Check, 59.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long.
I'm coming after you.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Cleveland Farrell, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Raiders now to take over. Last week they got the victory against the Colts, and they lead this one as well as they begin things here 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On play action, now Carr. He's going deep, and that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Let's make these babies cry. Mike 5'9".
Looking to throw on second down. Trubisky. This is Miller, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. A reminder about Sunday Night Football later tonight. It's a rematch from the divisional round last year. Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Then tomorrow on Monday night, the Browns and 49ers from Levi's Stadium, where the Browns already playing their third primetime game in the season's first 5 weeks. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at the 20. On the draw, Richard. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He's going deep for Brown. And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner, Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on first and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He finds his running back, Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. And you can almost feel Trubisky saying, let's get to the line and hurry up. Throwing again on second down. Trubisky, he's got Burton here. Touchdown, Chicago! Trey Burton, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they're going to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Monday, down. Blue 80.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And he ball's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. Well, he gets attended to. Full step aside. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tyre Whitehead, top 10 in tackles last year, up to make the play. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
55 is my guy, 55.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Josh Morrow in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Come on, fellas.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
That one a gain of 20 and a first down. The Raiders last year, they were 25th in the league in rushing, and a good reason why they used one of their 3 first-round picks on Jacobs for runs like we just saw. Jacobs was the first running back taken in this year's draft, 24th overall. That was actually the pick that was originally acquired from the Chicago Bears in that Khalil Mack trade. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And they'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Shotgun now for Carr. he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is fielded at the 7. It'll be a 10-yard return following a cut of 45, and the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
A huge play there for Chicago. 65 yards. Well, this game's ripe for the taking, and that run, I think it means he wants to take it.
Not only does he want to take it, he doesn't care what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. You can be prepared for him. He's coming at you anyway.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Check 55
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll run with Mixon. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Hey, watch it.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. On the toss, Mixon. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Touchdown.
Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. They run the counter. Richard. Khalil Mack, of course, the former Raider, there to make the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
65.
To throw, it's Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this 27-year-old receiver. Carr to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with an extra point. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with an Oakland touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync. Because early in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets. And you might not block them quite the way you want to. But as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together. And that's what we're seeing right now. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Trubisky. His throw incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
To throw is Carr. This is caught. It's Ryan Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Now Carr. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on first down is Carr. There's a short little toss to Carrier. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down now, Richard. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Carr gives to Rashard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Down! 58, come on! Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. He's crashing. He's checking.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Carlson able to put this one through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Go!
So now Trubisky and the Bears down 17-14, under a minute 20 to go. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Back to throw. He finds Robinson. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one, 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Burton. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
This is where hustle and urgency come into play. I think you've got to get up there and spike it.
They'll look to throw. Open man, Tanner Gabriel. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go, my friend. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. First throw in overtime now for Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, Nixon. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
Trubisky will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So 3rd down coming up. And, Charles, I guess a question for me, where does 4-down territory begin, possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you've got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. Well, as a head coach, that's where you're either the hero or the GOAT going for it there on 4th in that spot. He's the hero right now.
And he was in a pretty difficult position to make that decision, wasn't he? That spot on the field, what we call that, somewhat of a no man's land.
Yeah, a gray area.
Yeah, do you punt it? Do you go for the field goal? Or do you go for it? And this is something that he and his staff, discussed during the week. If we're in this type of a spot, are we going or not? It takes the emotion out of making the call.
They try and run on 1st down, but this one's going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
He can't hang.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
They can't hang with us.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
Foul, face mask, defense.
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Hey, here we go. Shift. Watch twist. Watch the edge.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. See it, making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Chicago, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
I do this for the family. move your best.